Well, hello there, welcome again. This is Zain from Zain for English, and today's lesson is the productivity, the third property of a human language. A small definition and an example. It is the ability to create new words for new objects or situations. An example: humans are continually creating new expressions and novel utterances by manipulating their linguistic resources to describe a new objects and situations. When someone create some object, he could call it anything he want, any new words, new name for that thing that he invent, or for new situations. For example, when you see a dragon, you could say, "Hey, watch out." On the contrast, for the animal's communication system, they cannot do so. Cicadas have 4 signals to choose from, and vervet monkeys have 36 vocal calls. Nor does it seem possible for creatures to produce new signals to communicate novel experiences or events. Let us back to the names for the productivity. If the professor trying to manipulate you by changing the vocabulary's productivity, it's also called creativity or open-endedness. Now moving to another example. Also, I almost forgot. The limited feature of animal communication is described in terms of fixed reference. So could be in the question of fills the blanks. Fixed reference. This limited features of animal communication is described as fixed reference. Also, another example of the creativity of animals, the fixed one. It is among the vervet monkey's repertoire. There is one danger signals, chutter, which is used when a snake is around, and another RRAUP, rub, used when an eagle is spotted nearby. These signals are fixed in terms of their reference and cannot be manipulated. What might count as evidence of productivity in the monkey's communication system would be an utterance of something like chatter rub, chatter rub, chatter rub, when a flying creature that looked like a snake came by. So it's a flying creature that looked like a snake came by. They produced that sound, chat rub. Despite a lot of research involving snakes suddenly appearing in the air above them, among other unusual and terrifying experiences, the vervet monkeys did not produce a new danger signal. The human gives similar circumstances and is quite capable of creating a new signals after initial surprise, perhaps, by saying something never said before, as in, "Hey, watch out for that flying snake." Now moving to the fourth property, it is cultural transmission. Small definition and an example. Cultural transmission means the language is passed on from one generation to the next. The example that while we acquiring physical features such as brown eyes and dark hair from our parents, we do not inherit or acquire in their language. We acquire a language in a culture with other speakers and not from parental genes. An infant born to Korean parents in Korea, but adopted or brought to Iraq or whatever, he will be able to talk the Arabic language, not the Korean one. For a kitten, for a cat, given comparable early experiences, will produce the same regardless. The kitten will not be able to change its language because the change of the places. The general pattern in animal communication is that creatures are born with a set of specific signals that are produced instinctively. There's some evidence from studies of birds, and as they develop their songs, that instinct has to combine with learning or exposure in order for the right song to be produced. If these birds spend the first 7 weeks without hearing other birds, they will instinctively produce songs or calls, but those songs will be abnormals, odd in some way. While human infants growing up in isolation produce no instinctive language. So, cultural transmission of a specific language is crucial in the human acquisition process. The last property, it is duality. Duality is the most important property for a human. Small definition for duality: it is the ability to create a large number of utterances by using a limited set of discrete sounds. So, duality or double articulation. In speech production, we have a physical level at which we can produce individual sounds like n, b, and as individual sounds that means nothing, but we can combine them, we can mix them to create a word that has meaning. On the other hand, animals, they're born with the fixed form of communication signals that cannot be broken down into separate parts. Even if a dog can say woof, meaning I am happy to see you, he cannot manipulate in that word, for example, to say foo or oof or whatever to communicate other needs or objects. That's all for duality. It's the ability to create a new words, a large number of words from a limited set of letters or sounds. That's all. Now, thank you for getting here, and see you in the next lecture.